I built a full Shopify store in just minutes for free. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do it too. The AI tool I used to design this whole thing, completely free. No trial, no credit card, just free. Most people spend weeks on store builds. They pay for designers, themes, apps. I'm going to show you why that's completely unnecessary. And at the end, I'll show you the one setting most beginners skip that kills their first sale before it even happens. We're going to build this together live, real domain, real checkout, real payment processing, and I'm going to walk you through every single setting step by step. All right, let's build. Here we are inside of PagePilot. This is going to launch your store in under 10 minutes. You don't even have to sign up for Shopify yet. You're going to do it right through this. So if you want to take the time, scroll down, look at what it can do, what it's going to look like in the end, all that. Go ahead and do it. I'll leave the link in the description. That's where you're going to click and sign up. You're going to have 7 steps to complete. All right. So you're going to do your name and your email here, and then we're going to hit build my free AI Shopify store. So for step 2, we're going to need to pick a niche our store is in. You guys may already know what it is, but you want to start thinking about what you want to sell. But in this example, right now, I'm going to start with home and kitchen, and I have an idea for a store. So I'll go ahead and click that. In step 3, we're going to pick first we're going to name it. And just for this example, I'm going to do super home goods. Now, what you could do is go into Claude, and Claude is free to use. So what you could do is just go in, sign up, it's free. And you just want to type in, can you help me generate names for a home goods Shopify store or something like that. It's going to ask you the vibe, you just answer it, and then it'll give you a set of names. Now, when it gives you a set of names, a lot of times these names are going to be taken. So when you think about a store name, you got to think about the domain, which is going to be your link, right? The name of your store has got to match the domain. Domain is what they click when you put it in the bio or the ad. So we need a good name that's not already taken. Now, if you plan on building a long-term brand, always try to spend extra time on a name and thinking of a .com. But in this case, I'm going to be doing a dropshipping store, so I'm going to put .shop as the extension. The advantage with .shop is it's only $1.50 for a domain, and it's also, there's more available. So it'll be easier to find a name. So what you could do is just go around and test it. Like go to namecheap.com, and then you could just type in some ideas that you had for names and see if they're available. So in this case, Epstein Island Retreat.shop is available. And I probably wouldn't get that one either. So back to PagePilot. Now that we have the name, step 3, what we're going to do is pick the color theme. So they suggested a color theme. And again, we can always change this, but I like the brown. I'll go with it. So we'll go ahead to step 4. So for step 4, we're just going to click create my Shopify store. And that's where we're going to enter our email address and connect it. So we have to verify your code. You'll just come up here and plug a payment information in. So then you'll get 3 choices here, and then you could pick between basic, growth, and advanced. I just stay with basic for now. And then 3 months from now, you'll be billed $39 a month. But for now, it's $1. I'm not going to go to advanced because there's one time that I forgot to cancel it and they billed me $3.99. And it's just not worth it unless you're scaling huge numbers. Then you're going to get these set. We could just skip customize setup here. And it's going to bring us to our dashboard. So what we want to do next is take this up here and copy it, this link. And we're going to hit next. And then you'll see a Shopify store URL here. We're going to hit paste and connect to my store. This is the app for PagePilot, and we're going to hit install. We're going to get Leonardo DiCaprio. He's very happy for us. And we're going to take my store to the next level. Now below, you'll see it's selling its other software, PagePilot, which is great. I have PagePilot. And if you plan on making product pages for your own products that you found, which of course we probably all will, I've never seen any of their default products, so I'm kind of curious. But you can go ahead and get that. Obviously, it's a really good deal. I would say $20 for the first month. It's definitely worth it. So last step, publish my store. And you'll notice here that it needs a few more seconds of our time. So you'll see remove store password, and we go into online store preferences for that. And we're probably going to need to sign up for a plan. So I'm going to do that. and then we'll access and be ready to go. So once we did that, we can click on View My AI Store, and let's see what we got. Ooh. So obviously we got right away some things we got to change. We have the name, we got to use a logo, and I'll show you how to do that. A little welcome here, view our story. I guess that goes to the About Us page, which we'll create. Let's see if it already created one for us. Look at that, it already did. That's badass. And look at this, all of this is complete. We just gotta, fill in this information on the contact us. Looking pretty sweet so far. Looking pretty sweet. And here goes all of our products. Very nice, very nice. Okay. We even got testimonials, reviews going on here. Wow, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Look at this. We just got this done in minutes. So let's try out one of these product pages now. Do you see any? That's freaking weird. A rotating food dispenser. Let me see if there's any products here that would actually be winners. The spin mop might be pretty good. And yes, I'm in Tulum, Mexico right now. That's why the prices are coming up Mexican. All right, yeah, so I don't see too many products that could be a really good winner, but let's click on this food dehydrator. I know this has been a big trend lately, so this is something that could be good. Look at this. You got your variants all laid out, the quantity, you got dividers, a little subline. This is looking pretty good. Now, I still would make some changes, but look, you can't complain. We just got this all done for free in a matter of minutes. Do you understand how long this would take to do? Very nice, very nice. It's even got images in the reviews. Wow. We got frequently asked questions. This page is just, it's ready for sales. It's ready for sales. We got the contact page looking very nice. So now that we have our store designed up, we just got to do some things in the back end to fully complete it. So first thing we want to do, I'm going to knock out the two hardest things first. Okay, so we're in Claude AI. We're going to pick up where we left off with the titles, and we're going to now get it to make us a logo. So you want to tell it what one it chose, what name you chose. And then we're going to say, I chose Super Home Goods. Can you prompt me a logo for ChatGPT? And then I said, can we make sure it's horizontal and remove the background, type crop? So it made me one. I didn't like it. So I told it I didn't like it. Can you make it more creative? No graphics. So this is the prompt it gave me. And what I did was I took it and I copied it. And then I pasted it right here into ChatGPT, which is also free if you want to just create a few images here and there. They'll let you do it. So I pasted it, and this is what it gave me. It actually gave me two of them. I don't like that one, so I stuck with this one and I saved it. But you see here how the borders are huge. Like, we want a tight crop, and that's what it didn't give us, but we're just going to do it real quick manually. So I went ahead and saved this right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up, and we're going to see this edit button here if you have Windows. If you have Mac, you can figure it out. There's 6,000 video and image editors out there you can use. For this one, we're just going to tightly crop it up like this, and we're going to save it. So now that we got our logo, we're back into Shopify, and right off the bat, this is where they left us on Store Pilot, and this is just the preference folder. So we took the password off, and you're going to see here a social sharing image you can enter here, and I would only do this if I'm running Facebook ads. If you're running TikTok or Snapchat, this stuff doesn't matter. We're going to come down here, and you'll see country region matches the visitor's location, and then we want to check off language, and that's going to match the visitor's browser, and everything else should be good. So we'll leave it like this for now. So to plug this logo in real quick, we're going to do online store and then click on the banner. And you'll see here, you have 3 things to choose from. You got your sections where you can edit your store, and then you'll have the theme settings and then app embeds. So we want to click on theme and you'll see logo right here at the top, and we're just going to plug it in. Now you'll see it comes up a little small here, so we're just going to drag this over. And now it looks a little better, right? It looks nice. And just in case you want to see how it looks on mobile, you can always go right here to mobile, and it'll give you a little preview. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to hit the settings and we're going to go hard. Ready? So what we're going to do is, since we got a logo, we're going to hook up a domain. And this is what's going to be the link that you're going to be pasting on Facebook or in your bio and TikTok, wherever, in Snapchat ads. And this is going to be the link that goes to your store. So it's recommended, obviously, that you have the same name as the title of your store. So what we're going to do here is go to domains. So what you could do is you could buy it straight through Shopify, and it costs a little more money. Keep in mind, a .com domain is like $15, but that's good for long-term branding. It's not really necessary if you're doing a dropshipping store. I usually choose a .shop domain. That way you're not blowing a lot of money on a test store. It's about $1.50 maybe on namecheap.com, which is what we're going to use. But I just wanted to show you guys an example here. This is what Shopify charges. It's $10 for the first year. So if you want to just go ahead and plug that in and pay the extra money, go ahead. But I'm going to show you the cheap way real quick. So when you get into namecheap.com, you just want to generate some ideas based on your name. As you'll see here, it's 98 cents. And then after tax, it's like $1.18. It comes together for the shop. I do have one. I'm going to hook one up and I'm going to show you how you do it. So right here, I have all my domains, and I'm not trying to tell you what they are, but as you'll see here, I ended up getting superhomegoods.shop, and we're going to go to manage. And then we're going to go to advanced DNS right here. So when you come in here, you can choose the DNS template as Shopify, and we'll check this green box. Now let's go back into Shopify. And let's go back to domains. We're going to hit connect existing. So typically when you connect from Namecheap, it's going to take anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour or two. It's very hit or miss, but you'll see it light up green when it's ready. And trust me, it will. It will. You just got to give it a little time. So when we click on domains, you'll see here it says provisioning TLS. It's going to take about 5 minutes, and then we'll be all green, connected, good to go. I know I said it would be hard, but it's actually the most difficult step along with the logo. And now we're just going to cruise down this list. So let's start with general. So you're going to see here, it's going to ask for business details, but if you don't have a business, that's fine. You can just use your individual information. It's going to ask for your social security number. You're going to have to put that in. Store details, you want to put your store name, so we'll do Super Home Goods. All right, cool. There we go. Now, you want to make sure your store address and everything is correct. They will hold your payments. Trust me, it's a pain. You just want to make sure everything's right, and then you won't have a problem. Let's go down here. My display is showing as Mexican peso, and we're not going to be using that. So let's go here, USD. All right, and I don't know, backup region is, we're going to use imperial system, pound if you're in America. You can use metric if you're somewhere else, that's fine. Time zone, we are in Eastern time. There we go. There we go. We are in Eastern time zone. Yeah, you can leave everything else the way it is. Now, if you haven't paid for a plan yet, I suggest you do it. Just get it out the way, and it'll bill $1 for the next 3 months. So it's going to be a while before you even have to worry about a Shopify bill. We're talking next summer, okay? Payments is going to be where your money goes, obviously. So You want to go ahead and set up Shopify payments. Sometimes they put you on hold to review everything, but that's fine. You'll be okay, I promise. And then there's PayPal, which is usually automatically set up when you set up the payments. So if this is showing as incomplete, then you want to just finish that. Now, during checkout, we're going to make a couple changes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to email, and we're also going to click here and require first and last name. That way there's no confusion with shipping. So make sure you check that. And everything else is pretty much good. Yeah. So we're going to save that. But before we leave checkout, we're going to go to customize. We're going to drop the logo in our checkout. So we'll click add image here, grab that logo, and boom. We can make it a little bigger. There we go. Looking official, ain't it? Let's get out of there. All right, we're cruising through this thing. Oh, gosh, I forgot about shipping and delivery. All right, we're gonna save shipping and delivery for last. That is a pain in the butt. Taxes and duties. You want to just figure that out. You can add sales tax on your sales. I don't. I usually just put everything into the sale and then worry about taxes altogether when it's time to do taxes. You can do it however you want. Maybe contact a CPA or talk to Claude about it. Claude AI is our CPA now. We're going to skip over locations. We're good. I'll show you markets when it comes to shipping. Okay, we did everything in this list except for policies and shipping. So when it comes to policies, StorePilot should have added some links down at the bottom of your website, and you'll see some policy links there. If you don't see them, what you want to do is come in the policies, and we want to come in here anyway and toggle these return rules on. And you'll get an option. You can create your own return window, whatever sounds good for you. I usually do for 30 or 90 days or even 60. You could do a free return shipping if you'd like. I feel like if I add a little price to the return of the shipping, people sometimes say it's not worth it. They're not even bother. Shh. And that's it really for the policies. So make sure you have them on your store though, very important. So all we really need is one more thing to complete this store. Aside from little details you'll see along the way, like favicons and stuff like that you can add, and I'm pretty sure you'll figure all that out. But when it comes to the last thing, which is extremely important, and I've seen it cost people tons of sales, because what happens is with shipping, it uses markets and zones, and I'm going to show you in a second how to set them up. And if you don't set them up properly, people will go to check out in your store and they won't be able to check out in, like, say, Germany if you don't have it set. So this is how we're going to do it. You'll see right here this box. We click on that, and then we're in a general profile right now. So I'm in Mexico, so that's why my computer's coming up domestic Mexico, but really I'm from the US. But it doesn't matter where you're from, you're always gonna have a domestic, and you wanna add rates for that. You'll see a button right here that says add rates. We're gonna click that, and then we go to rate type, and we're gonna want to make sure it's on use flat rate, and then we wanna go to shipping rate, custom. And you can choose one of these if you like. If you're shipping from the United States or somewhere domestic, and you're getting things to your customer fast and you want to give them options, and that's fine. But for now, I'm a drop shipper. I'm just going to use custom, and we're going to fill this in. So I do like to add a little value to my titles. As you see here, I put shipping, tracking, and insurance included, just so they know. And also, very important, I put 6 to 12 days delivery, because if people, in the US, you're expecting your product in like 3 days anymore. It's a fast moving shipping world over here. If the customer doesn't get it in 3 days, they're going to be emailing you like, hey, where's my order? And they'll know going in before they buy this that it's going to be 6 to 12 days. So this will eliminate a lot of emails for you. Now, if you want to really keep things simple, you can add the shipping into your price of a product and keep the shipping free all around. That's fine. But you could also add $4.88 or whatever it might be that you want to add. And we can hit done. With that said, all the shipping will be $4.88 extra. This will allow you to price your items a little lower and kind of draw people in. Now, real quick, I know a lot of stores do free shipping after $50, and I'll show you how to set that up real quick too. So let's go back in and add conditional pricing, and we're going to do based on order price. So anywhere's up to $49.99, we'll say, will be $4.88. And then from there, you want to click add rate. And we're just going to put the same thing. So we're going to go to custom, rate name, and then free. Add conditional pricing based on order price, and it's going to be $50, and there's going to be no limit on the max. And then it'll look like this. So that's how you set that up. Now, I highly encourage how I teach my students and how we run our dropshipping stores is we run traffic to Europe. I mean, it's a great place to get cheap sales, cheap data. Australia, Canada as well. So how do we set those up? Well, let's go ahead and click out of this. We're going to first hit save, and then we're going to click out of this, and we're going to go to markets. And you'll see there should be a market for your domestic country, which is Mexico in my case. And what we want to do is we want to create one for United States, and then you can create a market for Australia, and then you can create a market for Canada. So I'm going to show you how there's two ways about doing this. We can create one by one, or we could just do a whole cluster. And that's what I would typically do. So let's go ahead and hit create United States and Canada. We're going to go in here and we're going to scroll down to Canada and get rid of that because the shipping is different cost. You'll see here United States comes up, US dollar is the currency. And these things you don't really have to worry about unless you're getting really deep into branding and you want to create new languages for every page and then change the translations. Like this gets really deep. And if you want to go down that road, like go ahead and watch a different tutorial because I'm not going to be able to fit it in this one. It's going to take a couple hours. But what I do is, since I advertise in English, they pretty much expect English. We've never had problems scaling in Europe in English. So I'm going to hit save up here. It's going to tell me the shipping rates aren't set up, and that's fine. We're going to get to that. And it's going to tell me that the shipping rates aren't set up, so we'll just go to manage shipping. Click on this box again. We scroll back down, and we're going to add shipping zone now. We're going to click the United States market we just made. And then we just create a rate. And boom, there you have it. There's United States, and now you have Mexico. And let's just say I wanted the whole Europe, right? And I'm just going to charge one flat price, $4.88 across Europe. And I just want to knock everything out. Let's hit save. We're going to come back over to markets and let's hit this little globe here. And you'll see create European Union. And you want to go through all the countries, make sure all of them are covered, make sure like France is in there, Germany, Greece. So it's looking pretty good. Looks like I got everything here. Maybe, Norway is not in the union, so we might have to add that in. But what you do is you just hit save here. And we're going to get the same message. We're going to hit manage shipping. Click on this box again. And then we're going to add the shipping zone. And we click Europe. Now we want to do the rate, custom. It's always going to be the same shipping. I mean, there's only a couple like really remote countries that take longer than 12 days if you don't use the right shipping supplier. But we're not going to worry about that because we're not shipping there. So now we have Europe, we have United States. I could add a couple more, but I think you guys get the gist of how you set up the shipping. So that pretty much does it. Let's take one more last look here at Super Home Goods. And this is just for testing, right? We can always build on this and, spend a couple hours going in, tweaking some things. If you don't know how to edit or don't have the time, of course, we're going to have to update, the email here and the contact information. Let's go ahead and click on this. I'll show you how to do this. So we go ahead and click down here on footer and we got phone. So we could change this to a phone number if you don't want people calling you, which I wouldn't because you're going to get a bunch of scammers and spammers. So now the footer is looking pretty good. Let's let's take a last walk through the store real quick. Now, most people don't go to the homepage, so don't freak out. Don't spend hours trying to tweak it because it's not really a big deal. I think less than 1% of the traffic goes to the homepage. But if we do want to look at some more product pages, we could do that. I mean, I would honestly make a couple changes to this. I would add more reviews, obviously adjust the price, and everything else looks pretty good. Look at this. It even fills out these sections. I mean, this is fantastic stuff. A free store. Come on, bro. Like, where was this the last 8 years? Like, when I started dropshipping, everything was from scratch and it took weeks. It was horrible. So we tried checking out here. All right. Yeah, this is cool. Looking good, looking good. So I hope I helped you guys out because honestly, I really wish I had this years ago. You don't have an idea how painful it is to build stores. And the most important thing out of all of this, and I've taught many people how to dropship, a lot of people get overwhelmed from all the steps they got to do. And having this would have saved so many people. So many people just quit because of the store. But now it's all automated. It's amazing. If you guys like the video, I know I'm not the best YouTuber, but I try. Make sure you guys subscribe because I got a ton more videos coming. I got some real heaters that no one else is talking about. I've already posted some of them, so go check them out. All right, guys, thanks for joining, and I will see you next time. Peace.